Good morning, I'm Steve Johnson. A reminder, you can get our iPhone, iPad, and Android app. They're available for free in the App Store and on Google Play. The Dove is also available on Roku as well. Well, in the news today, Israel's prime minister says the world should not accept what he calls a partial deal to curb Iran's nuclear program, just as it would not have allowed the Syrian government to keep any of its chemical weapons stockpile. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu told Secretary of State John Kerry today that Tehran must be forced to end all of its enrichment of uranium. And his comments came at the start of what's expected to be a very long day of talks with Kerry in Rome. Kerry maintained that Iran must convince the world that its nuclear program is peaceful. Gas prices could go down through the end of the year. It's a prediction that AAA says would not be unexpected. Gas prices nationally have dropped a half cent this week to $3.34 a gallon. AAA's Marie Dodd says there are several reasons they're expecting a possible further reduction in prices.
We have more than sufficient supplies of gasoline. Demand is flat, and this is the time of year that we shift to the cheaper winter blends of gasoline. So all of those things are working to put downward pressure on prices.
Dodd says relative stability in the Middle East is causing stability in prices, but she says that could change if political instability increases. The Jackson County Assessor's Office preparing landowners for the jump in their property taxes this year. A rebound in values means about 15% of the county's property owners may see a tax bill increase of greater than the usual 3%. Values had gone down during the recession but have shot back up within the last year. Tax rates may be contested and appealed between the time the bill comes out and the end of the year. Sports editor for the Grants Pass Daily Courier has died at age 34. Larry Cathy died after battling colon cancer. The Michigan native spent 5 years at the Daily Courier. He started as a career as a stringer in Detroit and worked at newspapers in Texas and Oklahoma. He won an award in 2012 for Oregon's Best Sports Story. In addition to his wife, Lindsay, Cathy leaves an infant daughter. Well, the World War II veterans flying to Washington, D.C. on honor flights are obviously up in age, and many are in frail health. More than 4 dozen veterans from Oregon on one such flight last week when one of them died. 88-year-old William Voracek of Newburgh collapsed on the plane Friday on the flight to a stopover at Chicago. Attempts to revive him failed, and he died at a Chicago hospital. His daughter told other vets on the flight that he would have wanted them to continue their trip as planned. They dedicated their weekend to him. Let's take a look at what we can expect on the weather scene as we inch towards the weekend anyway. For Medford and Grants Pass, sunny skies through the weekend, a high today and tomorrow of 78, 77 on Friday, and the upper and middle 70s as we head into the weekend. For the Klamath Falls area, partly cloudy today with a high of 73. Otherwise sunny skies and lows just about in the low 70s to upper 60s. Lows, though, will be definitely near freezing and, in fact, well below that on most days, down to 26 degrees overnight on Saturday. Taking a look at the coast in Brookings, and rain expected to some degree throughout the week. A high of 59 today, about a 10% chance. 61 tomorrow, 61 on Friday, and 50s on Saturday expected as the highs, with the lows in the mid-40s. For the Coos Bay and Port Orford area, we can expect rain as well, at least a slight chance. And looking at Northern California, we can expect other weather that'll be wonderful too. That's the latest news on the Dove.